Battlefield personally is one of my favorite shooters, not just because I'm a deity at the game.
I'm sorry? What was that again?
I'm a god.
You're God.
I'm a god. I'm not the god. I don't think.
Aside from that, it's because of the maps, the weapons, the weapon attachments. You know, Battlefield 4 had over 70 weapons. This shit was a redneck's wet dream. A gun nut's 50 Shades of Grey, the NRA's key lime pie. Are those references nothing like one another? Absolutely. Are they all different? Yes, because that's what it's like to have variety. We, as a people, like to have our choices. Even as we speak, Battlefield 4 servers are still live and doing pretty damn good for a game that has come out in 2013. So what's happening now that a game from 2013 is being brought up today? So recently we learned that EA and DICE will launch the new Battlefield game in 2021-2022 and will be changing up the leadership at DICE, so you know what that means. Someone's getting fired. It probably went something like this. So it's 4:30 p.m. on a Friday, and Jim is called into the office to see Bob. Bob says to Jim, "Would you like anything to drink?" Jim says, "I'll take whatever you're having." Bob says, "I'm glad you said that." He preps this blue drink in a glass. It's one of them fine, high-end type glasses you see in Mad Men, real prestige type cups. And he hands it to Jim. Jim takes a sip and he's extremely pleased. To then Jim asks Bob, "What is this delicious mix?" Bob replies, "It's called the Adios, mother." Jim, shocked, dumbfounded, just dazed and confused. "Wait, is that really what it's called?" Bob sighs and then gazes deep into Jim's soul, saying, "Yes, that is the name of the drink, Jim. And coincidentally, the topic of today's discussion, yeah, buddy, we're gonna have to let you go." Seriously though, Battlefield had the juice at one point and it came close to obtaining that sauce, but fell short because again, Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5 lacked a lot of the elements that the previous Battlefield games had. Battlefield 6 needs to be the game that sets them back on track. EA, for the love of God, please don't let Battlefield 4 be your peak. So how do you make Battlefield 6 better than Battlefield 4? Well, that's what we're here to talk about. Time and time again, a lot of these developers, when it comes to making the sequel, it really feels like they just use like a sheet of paper full of bullet points of the previous game's problems and really only solve a quarter of them. So they need to pay more attention to those details, rework them, make improvements, then reincorporate them. To be fair, coming up with a new innovative feature isn't exclusive to just games. Most projects have a sequel problem, but it's still your job as a developer to solve them. The first thing the developers need to recognize, and this is a no-brainer, make it modern. No one wants to be limited to only like 6 guns per class. Going from Battlefield 4 to Battlefield 1 was a struggle. Like I said, we had over 70 guns with a vast number of customization. They always say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But also, if it ain't broke, don't break it. I get it. You guys want to do a different time period, want to change things up, one that does not have a lot of guns, but the community warned you guys. We kept saying that same point. I'll give you a slide for Battlefield 1, but that does not apply to Battlefield 5. No one was asking for a World War II Battlefield version. No one is going to be okay with having a lot of something, then it being reduced by half, especially when that something really made your game. It's like bringing home fries from McDonald's. As soon as you pull it out, someone says, "Can I have a fry?" When we all know you can't just give one fry. So you know you have to just take a whole handful out and dump it out for them. And that is why I always hide whenever I bring home food. DICE has trouble innovating in the right places, and when they do, it's not enough to make the game feel immensely different or improve the game, especially with the maps and game modes. Just in general, DICE needs to take risks. Case in point, in Battlefield 3, DICE designed the game to encompass a lot of different types of players. That is why you had maps that offer different experiences for players, because some maps were played in specific to rush players or TDM. So you had maps like Domovan Peak and No Shark Canals, for example. The reason why that is risky is because when you try to appeal to everyone, you can get lost, and it could feel like there's no direction in the game. Now, especially in Battlefield 5, all the game modes and maps feel the same to me, at least, especially Breakthrough. Breakthrough is just a watered down operations, and it's not enough. Battlefield 5 just feels like there's no direction. I don't know what they were trying to achieve gameplay wise with the modes. Speaking of operations, when I played operations in Battlefield 1, I thought it was dope, but in Battlefield 5, they changed it to grand operations. And let me just say this, how are you going to call the game mode grand operations, but it's as exciting as cheap fireworks in your own backyard? There's no excuse for this. We don't want Becky's unwashed, barely salted chicken, damn it. We want Tootsie's smothered chicken with the paprika, ginger, garlic. We killed for those goddamn seasonings. Now give us all the what I'm trying to say is, DICE, you need to take more risks and you need to go back to designing these maps for specific game modes. Rush is my favorite game mode, but now it just died. No one plays it anymore, and it might be because of this. Last thing I'm going to say is, DICE, stick to what makes Battlefield Battlefield. One thing that will help is listen to the community. This community always gives critical, helpful advice, and clearly with these last two games, you guys have not been listening. The next gen hardware is dropping this year, so really push the sandbox experience to the next level. What that means is add fewer Operation Metro and Operation Locker type maps and go back to the infantry / vehicle warfare, the real Battlefield experience. I don't know what's going on, but DICE is making it way more complicated than it needs to be. Just look at the older Battlefields and build off of that. I refuse to let you guys peek at Battlefield 4. Come on, bro. And the crazy thing is, Battlefield 4 was garbage in the beginning because you couldn't play it. It was loaded with bugs. It only hit its stride after a really long time, like after a lot of DLCs came out for it. I'm bummed out that this game is gonna be coming out maybe 2021, 2022, because that's so long. I want to play a Battlefield game, but this is what DICE needs. They need substantial time between each game, especially this game, because the last two have not been what us, the fans, the Battlefield community want. All right, that's it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. It was a struggle. Whenever I don't post a video, it's either two things. It's not because I'm lazy. That's never it. I can't find a video topic I really want to talk about. And second, something really bad happened, like the internet was being down like earlier in the year, something like that. So next video, I have another topic in mind, so next video shouldn't be too long away. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I have an Instagram. I post daily news, daily gaming news, _Kenwall, link in the description box below. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, like and subscribe. Have a good one, guys. I'm out. Peace.